What happened?
Go listen to that.
I can do this all day.
Anyways.
What happened?
Good thing I know how to edit.
I'm
Anyways.
just getting started.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Paranormal, and that's middle of November, and I'm Rachel, and we have
What are you, a freaking robot?
what? Did you just
That
whisper?
That was like ventriloquism because I didn't even say anything, and it's like a weird voice, also
was
known
good.
as Jay. Jay
Yep.
in the background.
Yeah, it's just one of those days. Just one of those days.
It's because
We're
it's
now-
the first snowstorm, or snowfall, I should say. So we're all stir crazy and we don't know what to do with ourselves.
Yeah, and there's more actually coming tonight because we're under a weather travel advisory.
Grr.
It's awful.
Oh well.
Another 5 to 10 apparently.
If it's bad, I'm not going in tomorrow.
Must be
I'm gonna
nice.
tell my boss I'm not going in because I probably won't be able to get out of my driveway.
Just
but-
send yourself a text message.
Exactly. I won't be in today. How dare you?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I don't like calling in because I can't, especially this time of year, I can't reschedule people. I have
No.
nowhere to put them. So I really don't like rescheduling. But when it's really bad outside, I don't want to be in a ditch just because someone wants a massage.
Not worth it.
So, no.
Not worth it. Yeah, no kidding. You are booked. But
Lies. They
You're
are
not booked
not
at all.
lies.
it's all lies. That
Oh,
was
I don't have it.
amazing.
I don't have it
That was-
turned on. That's why I was like, why didn't it say anything? But it's because I didn't have it
So
speaker on.
So we are going to do some Christmas episodes, and we do have a really cool story because, as you all know, last few weeks we've been getting Mildred through the Spirit Talker app. So Kaz went on a little expedition, and she did
Mhm.
find Mildred, and we found her story. But we're going to wait and share the story closer to, in one of our Christmas episodes, because it is kind of a Christmas story, as sad as it is, but definitely
It
very.
is.
So you'll have to stay tuned for that now that we've kind of got you a little
Yeah.
interested.
So I'm hoping Mildred still makes an appearance. You're still welcome to hang around, Mildred. But it's funny that since we've found her, she has not come back. So, but now we're going to look up all these other freaking names that come up. Like, this is getting ridiculous. Remember there was like 10 last time?
I know it was like Gary, Agnes.
Yeah.
It was
Joseph,
just going.
Sean.
Just
We
going.
need the reason though is because she gave me her last name, and that's how we found her.
Yeah.
So just saying, spirits, we need first and last names
Yes.
and
Last name,
safety deposit box numbers and the key.
maybe. What did I say? We're lost. We're lost here.
We're lost here. Oh, that's why they're all here. They're lost. Ooh, maybe there's a portal on my property and they just keep wandering around.
You're collecting. You wanted,
I guess so.
pioneer houses, but you just got pioneers. You didn't get the houses.
Well, if you're lost, again, first and last name, people. First and last name. Anyways.
Because we'll find you.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, that would make a really good TV show, because that's what our lovely topic today is. Paranormal TV shows.
Yeah.
Like, oh
this
my
is
God.
a good one.
And there's tons of them, like tons of them. And we're not like just talking about just TV, like, because there's YouTube now, right? Like, need help. Oh,
need help. For goodness sakes. Okay. So
we're
first
lost
and last
here.
name.
Need help. Oh,
First and last name, people. And then we'll give you help.
this is gonna be we're gonna go back and forth here.
For those of you who are only listening and not watching, I have the Spirit Talker app going. We've had it on quite a few episodes now. And it's going off on one today. Apparently the spirits are lost and need help. And I don't know.
They're in Kaz's basement.
Yeah, probably. They can go to the barn and hang out.
Listen, you just brought a bunch of pews home. Of course they're
I know.
lost. They need help. They're
Oh.
not in King City anymore.
What does it say? Use camera? I can't use the camera because I'm on my phone. Oh, for goodness sakes.
You are being told.
I know. They're feisty.
We would use the camera to record a television show.
Nice segue. Like it.
I'm trying here. They're trying to take the show here.
Yeah.
But anyways, so paranormal TV shows, like we are going way back, like as far back as I can remember. Like I think the first show that was on when we started was Most Haunted from the UK.
Oh gosh.
And that was like the top show at the time. Like that, like I think there was like Creepy Canada too, where they just talked about it, and like obviously Unsolved Mysteries and all that. But like the actual like show that focused solely on just people investigating was Most Haunted.
Way back.
And it was good when it started, and then it just turned into a bunch of people screaming
Bullshitting.
all the
Well,
time.
and that's what I find happens to most of them. They start off genuinely, I think, really good. And then I don't know if it's fame or if it's the networks being like, we need more, but they inevitably all go the same path.
It's a sensationalization. Like they need the views, they need the likes, they need the watches, they need the ratings, right? They need the punishment.
They need the punishment. It is punishment to watch some of these shows after they've been on for a long time.
Yeah. Like so like yeah, you're right. Most Haunted started off great, you know, Yvette Fielding and her screams were there from day one, but they weren't as bad as what they were as you get more and more into the show.
I was shocked to know this started in 2002. I thought this started in the 90s.
No.
I don't know why. I felt like when I was in England, I watched it. Mind you, it's probably because Yvette Fielding was on everything in that era. So I probably just watched her in a bunch of things.
But then you had
and
like,
that's why.
They had a parapsychologist, Kieran O'Keefe.
I liked Derek Okora.
What does it say? I am Ophelia. Are you serious? We're getting into Taylor Swift already. Anyways.
Oh, what? I liked Derek Okora,
Yeah.
whatever his name was,
Yeah.
even though apparently he was full of shit.
Yeah. Yes.
At first, when he'd be like, "What's that, Sam? What's that, Sam? Tell me, Sam." Oh, Sam is saying this, and I was like, "This is amazing."
I have his books. Like,
and
I
then it
literally
turned
have
out
his books, right?
He's like the male version of Sylvia Brown. I think. I think that's what it is.
If you know what, I'm gonna put this out there. If she was alive now, she would have her own TV show.
Yes. And 700 more books.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I have some of them.
Every week she had a new book.
I know. Well, some of them are actually pretty good. There's one and it was like prophecies or something like that. I might have that down in my basement somewhere. It used to be my grandma's because my grandma she liked her. So I should go see if I can dig it up and see if anything has come true.
Well, I think with this Derek guy, back to Most Haunted, he needed medicine. I think I don't know if anything that he ever said was true. I think more than Sylvia Brown. But I don't know. Like I felt like when they brought in Kieran, the parapsychologist.
Yeah. And he's still around. He still does paranormal shows.
Empire. I didn't realize that he wasn't like a medium and stuff because he used to. Well, what is a parapsychologist? That's not a medium or psychic, right?
No, it is someone who studies. It's a form of psychology that kind of focuses on like, I wouldn't say like the paranormal itself, but it focuses on like abnormal things where it's like it's hard to describe. Here, let me chat GTP a definition of it for you.
Well, the reason I say is because sometimes he acted like a medium, didn't he? Where he'd
yeah,
be
but he
like,
was
I'm
very
sensing this. And then they would actually be able to reference it. But I found he was way too spot on all the time.
oh yeah, for sure, 100%.
And so I was like, I feel like they got rid of Derek and then brought this guy on, but then they fed him lines or something because
Brilliant.
exactly. He's too brilliant. And it was just not right.
Okay.
And I
So,
never liked Yvette's husband, Carl. I always thought he was full of shit.
so
Always.
parapsychology is a field of research that investigates experiences and abilities that appear to go beyond what current scientific models of mind, brain, or physics can easily explain.
Oh, okay.
So they do they look into ESP and psychokinesis. A phone is in my
What
hand.
is in your hand? The pencil?
A phone?
I was like playing with the pencil. Or maybe they're asking you that because they'd be like, what do you have? That's
So,
so funny.
and then they brought in closer to the end of Most Haunted with what it was. They brought in that other psychic. Is it Ian? And he does
I
the
don't
show.
remember.
He does
Was
the show
he
Help
like
My House is Haunted.
Scottish or something?
Something like that. He's an exorcist. I don't fucking know.
I semi think maybe I remember him. I kind
He
of
has tattoos. Well, he still has them, obviously, but now he's got a mustache that goes around.
Is this a ritual? Yes, every Monday night we do this. I don't remember that guy. I kind of stopped watching as they introduced Kieran because that's when it started to get.
Does it say nice to meet you?
Nice to meet you too. What's your
Ritual, nice to
name?
meet you.
First and last, please.
Mildred. But yeah, no.
Oh.
And like I said, some of them are still around doing other shows over in the UK. So Kieran still does shows. I think that Ian guy still does shows. Well, he does because he does the Help My House is Haunted with Barry Guy and whatever her name is, whatever that chick's name is. I can't remember her name. It was there, now it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where a lot of these paranormal shows came, we're starting from, was the UK, right? And then we get over here. So I remember watching the first thing was Ghost Hunters, so Taps.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. 2004.
Brand.
That's when they came out. Same year you guys started. Oh, they stole your thunder.
Yeah, they did. No, they didn't. Do you know what TAP stands for?
Mm-hmm. The Atlantic Paranormal Society.
Or as they used to say, two assholes poking shit. What they used to call it. Sorry, guys. I had to. But that's just what. Yeah. Anyway.
That's fantastic.
No, I'm sure Jason and Grant are really great people. That's just what it was referred to around here.
Well, they were dealing with assholes indirectly because they were plumbers. That was how they started the thing, because they would go to homes and be like, this shit is haunted, literally. And then they started taps.
What does that say?
What are you doing?
Isn't
it obvious? I'm entertaining the masses.
Nice to meet you. What are you doing?
These ghosts are on fire today.
They're sassy pants tonight. It's amazing.
They are. So I used to really like Taps when they first came out, when it was the original crew. I never really liked Steve. He pissed me off. I don't know. Sorry, Steve, but
Tango reminds me of my brother. Literally looks like every time I see him, I see my brother, and I'm like, why?
I liked Tango because he seemed legit. Steve was a cocky shit. I liked Grant and Jason. Is that the other guy? Was okay too. He seemed a bit cocky as well. And then it all fell to shit. They shit the bed, apparently. As inevitably it does, because I guess egos come into play.
Well, that
And
too, and
then
I think they brought more people on than they needed, because they had Chris, right? She came on, and then they had Dustin, and then they had Amy, and then they had Adam, and then God knows who else they had, right?
and then they did like an international crew of
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, because they got too big and they had to send them elsewhere, so they sent them overseas, right? Which I think was kind of the beginning of the end, because they just had too many of them. And
Mhm.
when you have too many people, the producers and all that, because you got to remember, like, these guys are being told what they need to do. That's the joys of having a television show, is you're not just doing it for you and for like, you have people telling you where you're going, what you're doing, how you're doing it, how many times you're going to do it, because it's not,
Exactly.
you're going to film an entrance once. You're going to do it 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times,
Mhm.
right? And it's a lot of moving parts and a lot of work for something that only lasts an hour on the TV. Like, you're filming 8 hours for 40 minutes. Like, it's not what a lot of people just think, that what they see on TV is what it is, right? But it's not.
Mhm.
It's nowhere near that. We filmed for short little bits of television. So, for example, when we did the Marilyn Dennis show, we were at the first time we did it, we went to Black Creek Pioneer Village because we set it up.
And you stood in the doorway.
They always do. And we were there for like 3 hours to get maybe 10 minutes, maybe
Mhm.
10 minutes of filming. Maybe. It
Yeah.
was probably more like 5 or 6 that they showed.
Yep.
Right? So you got to remember, like, that's a lot. And then, of course, you're being told you're going to be here at this time, you're leaving at this time, and all of that. So,
Mhm.
and
Well, and even just to set up the cameras for their investigations. Like,
Mhm.
look how long it takes Jay and Ryan to set up cameras in the buildings that we go to. It
Yeah,
takes so long. We're like,
it's-
okay, well, we're gonna go do the investigation while you guys set it up.
yeah.
You're gonna run cores and then check camera.
Yeah, and you have to remember, like, if you go back to like the first like season of Ghost Hunters, like, the majority of their show is them setting up and them taking it down, because
Yeah,
literally, like, that is literally it. And then you may get some evidence,
exactly.
right? So it's definitely, it was this, I think their show here was like the start of the explosion of paranormal shows, because I'm pretty sure, right, well, I wouldn't say after, but they also had Paranormal State, which was on A&E, which was like A&E's, dipping their toes into the paranormal, realm. So
Mhm.
you had Ryan Buell and Sergi, and this is where Katrina came from. This is amazing,
The ghosts approve.
right? Like, this is where you had all of them start to show up, and Chip Coffee, and then like, I still remember him grabbing his little, here's my thing, his little audio recorder, going, paranormal log, right? I have no regrets.
I have no regrets. Okay.
Right? Like, I still remember all of that. And, it was like, we need to like do this kind of stuff, right? Like,
Mhm.
need to like talk into my little audio recorder and be like, paranormal log 46973, blah, 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 right? Like, I just go, hey, here's where I am.
Yeah.
Talk to me, dead people, right? So, but that was kind of like the start of how to like properly do like a really like deep investigation. And then they just went to shit. Let's
Yeah.
say it. We all know what happened there. Luckily things have turned around. So like Ryan Buell has turned his life around. Great for him.
Mhm.
Katrina went on to do like a whole bunch of other shows, and now she still is. And then Heather Taddy, who is part of that, is also doing shows, and her and Katrina have also got back together to do stuff. So we had that one. And like I said, that is where you got Chip Coffee. Oh, our first introduction to Chip. And then he came out with his own show after that, which was Psychic Kids.
Oh,
Oh, you haven't seen that, eh? It's
I
actually
don't
pretty
think
good.
so.
He was actually pretty good. Like Chip's a no nonsense. He's no bullshit, man. Like
Mhm.
he'll give it to you straight. But yeah, but then right after that, what do I remember coming out? Everybody's favorite show.
Well, they did the documentary first, which
Yeah.
is kind of what put them on the map, which was the same time that TAP started. And then
Yeah.
there was this hiatus of about like 4 years, and then
Mhm.
they
Got the
started the
show.
show.
Yeah.
Oh, my heart. Ah,
Oh no.
sure. Although I'll be honest with you, I was a big fan of them when they first came out.
I
And if
think
you
a
don't know
lot
who
of
we're talking about,
yeah.
it's hang
I
on,
think
sorry,
a
I'm
lot of
having
people
technical
were.
difficulties.
I think
Because
yeah.
go ahead.
I was gonna say because I can remember like the first few like seasons, and they were like really, really good. Like they were going
Mhm.
in, they were investigating, they were focusing on history and all that kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden, it's just like it just started to just decline. And I can pretty much pinpoint when the decline started happening.
Mhm.
I think most of us can. And now it's just all doom, gloom, and getting attachments.
Right. So if you don't know, we're talking about Ghost Adventures. I'm sure you figured that out the moment we said bullshit.
Yeah.
So when it first started, and it was Zach Bagans, Nick Groff, Aaron Gubin.
Mhm.
They didn't have that was their tagline. We have no big camera crew following us around, which was true. They didn't have that. It was
No.
handheld. It made you feel like this is something we could do, and it was exciting, and it was the three of them. And at the beginning, I mean, Zach's always been a showboat, but it didn't seem really competitive at first. And then slowly you start to see the dynamics unfold. Then they brought in Billy. Is that his name? Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe even Jay.
Well, I think yeah, somewhere in the middle they came in, but they're like behind the scenes guy. They were
Yeah,
the
they were
camera
the
people
techie
and the tech
guys.
guys that
Yeah,
went through everything. What did that say?
great.
Great, great.
Yeah, that's when they went into that grave. And then of course there was the little spat, and then Nick left.
Mhm.
And then it kind of started to get crazy. I think what happened is fame kicked in, and it just became an ego thing. They're the longest running, I'll give them that, because they're still running to this day. And they started
Yeah,
in 2008 is when
they're
the
in like
actual show
season
started.
30 or something
159, I don't know. Yeah.
now. Yeah.
So, and they've done different spin-offs, like documentaries and all that other shit.
Mhm.
Um, I haven't seen a Ghost Adventures show in a long time because I can't, it's so dramatic now. They have
I
all
watch
these
it
like,
for background noise when I'm researching.
oh, I don't even know where to watch it. But it's like,
Discovery
yeah,
Plus. You got my sign in. What does that say? Rich.
rich. Yes.
Yeah, it's rich, all right.
He was rich. He is rich. He is rich. But I just feel like Zach, fame went to his head. I don't know if he's okay or not because he's just like crazy now. And it's the same bullshit day in and day out. It was all demons. It's way
He just
too dramatic. They
he
have
got
reenactments. It's not
they
even,
just did
they don't
it.
even ghost hunt anymore. It's just like a movie of them getting to a place. And then that's it. Like, I don't even think they investigate.
No, well, they do a little, but
I
like I
haven't
think
seen one in so long.
the last one he was just like, or the one before that, he was like his little narrative thing, and he's like, I couldn't go in here because I was still dealing with an attachment from a doll from the last place I went to, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, listen, no doll wants to attach to you.
No. Oh, he needs some rest. He does need some
Yeah,
rest. Like,
he does.
so, and then it just kind of exploded from there. And
Yeah.
I think a big part of it, obviously YouTube came along where people could start
Yep.
posting whatever. So now you don't have to be on TV to be on TV. And we start to see technology changing.
Mhm.
So now you've got digital cameras, night vision, EMF detectors, drain camera. Don't drain my camera. I haven't got it plugged in, who had. So you have things like that. Now the average person, well, I won't even say the average person because it was kind of expensive stuff, but
Yeah.
the above average person can get their hands on a video camera, a flashlight, and a digital recorder, and you can be a ghost hunter.
Mhm.
So now people can start kind of jumping on the bandwagon. I'm really here. Okay, okay, we believe you.
He's jumping on the bandwagon.
Walk around in the background if you're really here.
Yeah. Like do the Macarena or something. Like, come on, this is your
Exactly.
time to
It
be on
probably is.
TV.
We just can't see it. We're like,
Yeah. He's twerking it.
um. So plus we start to see more and more. Late 90s, early 2000s was the epitome of reality TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that also helped the craze as well when we suddenly start to see all these new shows. And ghosts, of course, are cool. Everyone wants to be ghosts, or
Yeah.
not be ghosts, not be ghosts. Go see ghosts and do ghost hunty things.
Yeah.
And now we can watch real people doing real
Mhm.
things from the safety of our own home.
Yeah.
Because, not
And
everyone's
it's
cool.
becoming a less of a taboo subject, right? So it's just,
Mhm.
people are interested in it. And now even like the older generations who were always told don't talk about ghosts, blah 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 blah, they're more interested in it and experiencing it and learning about it. Because even when we do our own public events, do you not notice that a lot of it is people that are definitely older than us?
Yes.
Like they're
Yep.
you know
Well, I think that's a big reason why is because it's in a library, and young kids today have no clue what a friggin' library is.
they don't
so,
know what a museum
so
is.
that's probably number one. But I do think, and of course, we're still bathroom.
Talking about your step kid.
So I think other than it being in the library and the older generations know what that is, kids just want to go outside. They don't have to now.
No.
Everything is on their phone, so they don't
Yeah.
even need to go out
No.
and mingle.
But so you have your ghost adventures, and now this is where it starts to explode, right? Because now you
Mhm.
have all of these different paranormal shows. So now you've got, Kindred Spirits, Ghost Brothers, Paranormal Lockdown, Portals from Hell, Destination Fear, before it was Project Fear.
Mhm.
You have Jack Osborne, all of these shows, was it Tennessee Wraith Chasers? I could keep naming these shows because this is how many shows are now out there.
Oh, I know.
And
Well,
it's just
remember when we Googled, or not, we went on YouTube because I was trying to find a Wildwood episode, and I just keyed in Wildwood, not Salem, slightly different state, and we're trying to find it, how many people have gone to Wildwood and done a show there. I was like, holy shit! I'm like, look at all. Well, you can tell when you go in there's all the people have written down on the thing.
Yeah.
And it ranges from amateur, where it's just rough footage, to full on production quality stuff.
And not only, and these are just the shows that we just mentioned, they're just shows that have been picked up or were picked up by networks and all that were showing on networks. So the Travel Channel, Sci-Fi, Discovery, and all of that. YouTube is a whole other place, because with YouTube you've got all of these they're little shows, I say, because they're not picked up. What does that say?
Bram, like Bram Stoker.
Sharon, Lois, and Bram. Come on, we're Canadian here. Skinnamarink dinky dink. Anyway,
I'm not Canadian, so I have no idea what you just said.
you don't know Skinnamarink Dinky Dink?
I mean, I know that, but I don't know what it is. I just know the little phrase.
Skinnamarink Dink.
Yeah, but what is that?
Skinnamarink do. I love you. Oh my god.
What just happened?
You
Okay.
need to watch an episode of Sharon Lois and Bram, okay?
I think you picked up an attachment
Maybe I don't know.
somewhere.
It's my childhood. But anyways, like for YouTube, like so now you have like Project Fear because we all know what happened between Dakota and Zach. We all know it, right? Like it's no secret to what happened. It was called somebody was a little butthurt and canceled their show because they were being more, they were more popular than he was. We'll just leave it at that. But then you've got other shows like BuzzFeed Unsolved. You've got, Ghost Files, Twin Paranormal, Paranormal XP, like all of this stuff. Like it's insane the number. You've got the Paranormal Seekers, yeah, but we don't really edit our shit.
No, but that doesn't matter. Like,
No,
it's raw stuff. And I almost appreciate that more because, as we'll get to in a minute, their editing comes with
look to the
right.
what?
Look to the right.
That's a closet. Are they going to come out of my closet?
That's a wall. Oh, there is a book that says God loves the world.
Why? Why do you have that?
And it's right there on to the right. There's also a picture of Mark's son, who they seem to love. So maybe that's what they're saying.
With the bathroom. They're just confirming everything.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this should be a TV show.
Right. Oh my god.
But
yes.
So
yes.
Like, because our footage is always like I said, I will edit little bits and pieces out if it's not like we've been asked to edit it out, or it's just us being ridiculous. But most of the time I just keep that in there because we're human. And that's what we are. And if you can't handle our ridiculousness, then yeah.
But the thing I appreciate about it is it documents an actual investigation because it is not like all dramatics and all this stuff all the time. There's times where you're sitting around eating Twizzlers by the handful, or you're staring into the abyss because you've been sitting there for 4 hours and nothing is happening.
Or Rachel snoring on the couch while you all are sitting there chitless.
Exactly. Or, all hell is breaking loose. But I like that we're showing all of it. That's it. Aw, we're happy you're talking to. We're not really sure what you're talking about though. So I appreciate that. I know it's not like theatrically pleasing like you would see on these other shows where they're all cutting segues and all this other stuff.
I'm sorry.
But again, it's raw and I like it.
I don't like the constant screaming. That seems to be super fake. I can totally understand the raw reactions of what the fuck, right? Like, or like the oh my god, but the screaming, the constant screaming, no, or the constant oh my god, it's out to get me, it's gonna get me, it's so evil. Oh my god, the word devil came up, like
demons, devils, witches, for God's sakes.
Some of these shows, both on the TV and on YouTube, because they need the likes and they need the ratings and they need, the shares and all that, they have to sensationalize that stuff or no one will watch them because they'll be like, this is boring, right? So
I also cannot stand when, more so obviously girls, they're out there ghost hunting in like stilettos. Yes, it's my phone. Thank you for pointing that out. And they're in like high heel shoes and tight jean pants and makeup done. Like, who are you dressing up for like that? Most of the places we go to are dusty, dirty, old, rundown places. I'm not wearing my best clothes there for one.
Why do I
Plus-
want to look like I'm going to the bar?
Well, and like, why would you wear shoes like that? First, it's going to hurt your feet, and like, you just sound like a moron when you're like along the floor. Like, it's so stupid. And you're not gonna be running anywhere because that could
No.
happen.
Oh
But
my
like,
god.
when they're done up to the nines, like some of these things I see, I'm just like, where are you going? Maybe this is why the ghosts don't come out because they're like, "The fuck?" Like it's ridiculous.
Why does
But
this person look like a prostitute?
exactly, exactly. But even with, if you notice, let's go back to Ghost Adventures for 1 second. When they first started, renewal. Well, they could renewal. They do need to renew their whole thing. When they first started, Zach was like tall, gangly. Remember his frosted tips? Fuck.
Yes.
And then Aaron was a bigger guy, like bigger guy.
Mhm.
And you see as it evolves, suddenly Zach's like friggin' like roid rage type of thing. And Aaron's just all this weight and buffed up. And I'm not saying, did I scare you? No. Did I scare you when I was going, wow? Oh, that's a good face for faces of Papa.
Yes.
But you see how much that changes them
Mhm.
because then it becomes more about the camera angles and the thing. And listen, there's been times where we've done lives and afterwards I watched it and I've been like, what the are you fucking kidding me? Like, can you warn me next time so I don't have 16 chins or I'm
Listen.
not slouching with my gut, like whatever. And I'm like, this is
You know what?
brutal.
If you want to hold the camera during the next live and you can get me and all my fucking glory, go right ahead.
It's not even though, like when we were it was in Wildwood. This, to be fair, this was the 2-nighter. So we were going on like no sleep or whatever.
This is the night we all went to bed at midnight.
That was the night. So I love how it always comes up with her name, like the way of her spelling it. Anyways, I was taping because you were on your phone, I was on mine. And I put my phone, I had it on like a tripod and I put it down and then I ended up standing in frame. My God. The angle of everything. I'm like, is that the Grinch? I'm like, what is that? It's me. It's me. So in many ways, I do appreciate, okay, fair enough. You don't want to look like that when you're on camera. But again, it takes away, it becomes more, Days of Our Lives where they're all dressed to the nines and they're like,
yeah, you're watching yourself in the camera to make sure you look good when instead you're not even paying attention to what's going on. Joseph.
Exactly.
Is that Joseph or Josephine?
Josephine. Josephine, tell me your last name, please, and I will find you. Maybe if you're down the street. But having said that, I do think the reason, again, we're hopping on Ghost Adventures, became popular the way they did is because there were some really decent looking guys who were all like,
oh God, I think everyone wanted
ghosts.
At some point, didn't matter who you talked to, somebody wanted Zach.
Right.
But you also have to remember back in the early like 2000s and stuff too, like that's what aesthetically was pleasing to everybody was
the big giant pants, frosted tip hair. Yes.
Right?
Okay?
Like
you youngins will never understand.
What does it say?
Stay a while. Where am I gonna go? I live here. Thanks.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, when did Jersey Shore come out? Do you I don't know.
I can't even look it up because I got the two phones on the go and I can't switch either at the map. Jersey Shore.
Oh, yeah.
Let's not even get to that yet.
I'm gonna talk about that in a few seconds too. But, 'cause, 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 2009. Jesus Christ. So
Really?
yeah. But again,
Well,
it was at that time, GTL,
yeah.
Gym Tan Laundry, like I don't ask me how I remember that. I think I watched like 3 episodes of it. But anyways,
I know
um
I watched it. I think I watched it on a regular because it was kind of new back then.
they
There
were
wasn't really
train
anything
wrecks,
like it.
and you can't look
Exactly.
away from a train wreck, which is what does that say? Do you what?
Do you mean harm?
Not by the
Uh, can you see it or is it backwards to you?
No, I can read it. It's just a little cut off for me.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I'll move it a little. And that's again, like I think some of the shows were a bit more ghost shows were a bit more popular than others because of the hosts.
Mhm.
Keep going. Okay.
But we're
I
on
will.
the right track.
There we go. Because
It's
as
true.
shitty as it sounds, aesthetically pleasing people are going to be more popular
Have you
than
ever
not,
seen
unless you have something else going for you.
the Wraith Chasers from the Tennessee Wraith Chasers?
No.
Okay, they are a bunch of Southern boys that are built, right? Like,
Hmm.
and there's a couple that aren't that built, but again, aesthetically pleasing on the eyes, and they're hunting ghosts, and they're all guys. But that's the other thing too. When you look back at all of these paranormal shows, how many of them are men? The majority of them. Because when you think of ones that are focused solely on women, you've got a little bit of, Most Haunted. But then
Hmm.
you go for a while, right? And then you're going to get into Kindred Spirits, which is, Amy and Adam. And then you've got like the Dead
And
Files.
their friendship.
Oh, and then you have like the Dead Files again, but it's a guy and a girl, right?
Hmm.
And then you have, what? You have Katrina, but you've got,
But she was always with a guy, I think.
Paranormal Lockdown, guy and a girl. Portals to Hell, guy and a girl, right?
And I find that makes a really good. I like that dynamic when you
Mhm.
have the male and female. What was that one with? It was a Canadian one with the girls,
Oh, Girly Ghost Hunters?
but it's horrible. I'm sorry. Were they aesthetically appeasing?
So here, one of them is still around in the paranormal world because she's married
Uh-huh.
to
Oh, I literally thought you had frozen. I'm like, what? She can't leave us on a cliffhanger.
be a good one. Anyways, Dana Newkirk. You don't know Dana? Oh my god, she is oh, what's his name? Why I'm having the worst Monday for names ever. So she is Greg, that's who it is. Dana, because I was like, oh, it starts with a G. So Dana and Greg Newkirk. So Dana is actually from Ontario. She's an
Hmm.
Ontario girl like us. And she married Greg Newkirk, and now they do paranormal investigations. They've got the show Hellier is who they are. They've
No
done
idea.
uh they've done a lot of work with other paranormal shows, all that. But they collect haunted artifacts, so they have their own like haunted museum that they kind of bring out. It's like a road museum type thing where they bring out.
Hmm.
She was on Girly Ghost Hunters. She is Dana from Girly Ghost Hunters. A lot of people don't realize that she's Canadian.
So now they're doing that in the States.
Now, yeah, but she
Okay.
went to the States, and Greg is from the States. What?
Dolls move. You were just talking about how they have the different dolls and stuff.
So yeah, so she was an original Girly Ghost. But listen, that show made me want to get a Winnebago and travel the province looking for dead people in a Winnebago with a gnome as my sidekick.
Of course.
And then I thought, damn it, I can do better than this. I thought, why am I not on TV yet?
Right.
Then I realized I didn't want to be.
Well,
Or
and
I
that's
tried it a few times.
we touched on that earlier, is as soon as you sign to a network and TV and stuff, you
Mhm.
are now their possession, at their mercy. It's no longer your show. You have to conform to what they want. So if you start off and you're like, we're only going to do this, and they're like, actually, girls, this time around, you're going to be topless. You are basically, that's it. That's what you're
Yep.
doing.
Either follow the
And,
contract or then you're in breach of
or
contract and you're in a lot of shit.
exactly, exactly.
I don't want
That's
that.
why YouTube became so great. A, because anyone could post to it, but you also can do what you want.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
had, like, not so much in the ghost realm, but I've had numerous times where Gary, what's your last name, Gary? I've had numerous times where, not numerous times, listen to me. I've had a few opportunities where I could be on TV, and I was sent the contract, and I was like, no, because not only do they own you in that show,
Mhm.
they own you, your social media account. Anytime you're out in public, doesn't matter if it has anything to do with the show, you now represent
Yep.
them. So you are their product. And it
Mhm.
doesn't matter. You you could be pagan and they're like, nope, now you're Christian. Like,
Mhm.
like, so that's the thing. You've got to kind of sell out your soul. And as we talked about in these TV shows that start to decline horrendously, is
Mhm.
it the host so much, or is it the networks being like, listen,
Pay attention.
pay attention? Like, is it the network saying, yeah, we're kind of bored now, so you've got to do only demons, or we got to start
Mhm.
bringing back witch trials because they're getting too excited out there?
Mhm.
So,
Odd. And like even up here in Canada, like our contracts, like for TV stuff, it's no different than the States. Like our networks are
mm-mm,
still the same. They got to protect their best interest. They don't care about you,
no,
right? As a person,
exactly.
right? So, like, for example, like if we were to sign on as like the Paranormal Seekers, I lose that name to the network now. It's no longer my name, it's their name, right?
Hmm.
So they can do whatever they want. So if I end up saying we're done with this, that's okay. We could walk away, but they keep all my stuff. I'm not having
Right.
any, right? And like you can't like talk to certain people, you can't be a part of other things, like you just are theirs, right? So
Hmm.
and like we've had lots of shows in Canada. So like we've had, the Girly Ghost Hunters, Creepy Canada. We've had Ghost Trackers, if you remember that show from YTV from way back in the day. Oh, I helped them out. Um, Constance. We've
Hmm.
had Rescue Mediums, right? You know,
Hmm.
there's the new ones, CBC Ghosting, right? So like all of these, and they're all Canadian, and don't get me wrong, they're great, but it's just I've seen some stuff. It's just, it's it's the stuff that the viewers don't see that really would put it into perspective as to why these TV shows do what they do,
Exactly.
right? So,
So, what would I wrote down my top three shows, whether they're on TV or YouTube, what are yours that you would say you like? You already asked me to stay a while. I don't know where else I'm going to go.
you need
I
to stay
live
longer.
here. What would be your like top three that you like watching, guilty pleasure or not? You like them.
Okay, so top 3, so I like watching Project Fear just because I like how they do things by themselves, right? Like they do their
Mm,
solo. I do like that because that actually, it doesn't feel like they're doing it by themselves, but they are. They literally
hmm.
just have their camera. Like they're in the dark by themselves. Obviously, it doesn't look like that because their night vision is a heck of decent night vision. That's why I like that one, is because they actually do things on their own. I liked Kindred Spirits with Amy and Adam because
Hmm.
they went in with the historic perspective, right? They were matching history to the present, like what we do.
Hmm.
Jeremiah. Um,
Jeremiah.
so that was why I like that one, because it was kind of like them. It was pretty much what we do, right?
Hmm.
And then of course, if you read Amy Bruni's book, like the first like two chapters, I was like, Jesus Christ, lady, are you did you just write about me? Because everything that she writes about is literally the start of my life. And then of course, I had my son and she had her daughter a week later, exactly a week later. So
Holy moly.
It's really strange. It's really strange, but and then I think my last one that I have guilty pleasure of watching is Ghost Files from the Watcher series with Ryan and Shane, because I watch them and I'm like, yeah, that's us.
Yeah.
Just the way they banter, the way that he's like, Ryan super believes and Shane's just like, kind of believe, but this is kind of like bullshit sometimes. Like, I see that in us and like as a group and us too when we investigate. So those are my guilty pleasures.
So,
and then I watch anywhere where we have been and
I know.
And I critique it.
I like that too, because I'm like, I was in that room.
I know that pond.
When we were just watching the Twin Paranormal one at the Winchester House, I'm like, I've been there. I went around there. I saw that. It was great. So mine, I loved, and I still watch on rerun, BuzzFeed Unsolved Supernatural, which ended in 2021, which was Ryan Bugara and Shane Madej.
Yeah.
And the reason I like them for the exact same reason you just said, because it's just the two of them. It was completely unscripted. And am I alive? I ask myself that a lot today. Most Mondays I ask myself, am I alive? I like the fact that, Shane was or is such a skeptic.
Yeah.
That he was so unwilling, even if a ghost walked out in front of him, he'd be like, I don't know. And I liked that because of, a lot of shows, everyone jumps to every conclusion that it's a ghost. And their banter is what made them. Plus, what I liked most is they went on ghost hunts and most of the time, nothing really happened. There'd be a few little bits and pieces, but that would be it. Not like, what is it saying? It's not just me here. Okay. Good to know. Because a lot of these shows, it's like shit's happening from the moment they start till the end, which we all know is BS. So I just felt they were the most realistic, I suppose. Like exactly how you said.
Yeah.
It seems so much more on par with what we do.
And it's so funny because like when they have the Ovilus, so like I see us in that because words will pop up in the Ovilus like in a row and they will make a joke out of it.
Yeah.
The same thing we do, right? Like it's not like, oh my God. Try it.
Exactly. I don't really like Ghost Files, I'll be honest. Which is a shame because I really do like Ryan and Shane. I love their banter. That's what sold me on them. I just
they have new stuff out where they're doing 24 hours in a location.
I started watching the Sorrel Weed because again, I was like, I've been there. But I don't like when they're like, I don't know, they're like someone's going to go hide a flashlight and the other one has to go in. Like, I don't like that shit. No. We don't need you to do games and stuff. Like, stop.
Collect.
I'm glad they went on their own. I'm not really sure what happened there, but I'm glad they did. And I do like them. I like their banter. I like Twin Paranormal. They tend to be a lot of demon and witches, which is stupid. And I don't really like every single one of their videos is like, the night I was possessed, the day the thing stabbed me in the face, the night I quit, the nightmare. I'm like, okay, dramatic much? We don't need that. But I do kind of like a lot of stuff happens on their show. And I'm still trying to figure out how are they bullshitting it? Because when they're using the same apps as us, I'm like, I don't know how you fake it. Now, they do a lot of editing,
Mm-hmm.
so that could also be it.
Mm-hmm.
That maybe they'll ask a question
And then find the
and then like 4
Yeah.
hours later it says something similar, so they splice it together so it looks, I don't know. But I find them to be pretty good. I like the dynamics of the three
Mhm.
of them. They're a bit dramatic. Ryan is turning a little into Zach Bagans, I'm not gonna lie, which is a shame. But I do like them. I do
Yeah.
like where they go.
Yeah.
They're a little off on their information sometimes, but it's getting better.
Mhm.
You and Wyatt are like this. He seems to be good at what he says. And the next one that I used to really enjoy watching was Paranormal Lockdown,
Mhm.
mostly because they were there 72 hours. And ghost hunting is not just a nighttime thing.
No.
So I like that they're there the whole time. And they sleep there, which is, I think, important
Mhm.
because you get to experience the entirety of it.
And it's not like just 12 hour, like they're there for like 72
Yeah.
hours, right? So, and that's the thing too with investigating is like it's just not a one and done. Like you have to continue. What does that say? I know you.
I know you.
Mhm.
Yeah, like, and I liked the dynamics of the two because there was no ego with them. It
No.
wasn't like one of them was trying to buy it for naught. They legitimately meshed well with each other, and I felt as if they weren't ever trying to elaborate and be really um over the top with their stuff.
Mhm.
I know when we've gone to a few places that they've been to, um, we've been told, well, they did ask us to move all the stuff so it looked a little
Mhm.
more like this. Well, okay, fair enough. But I still don't necessarily think it didn't change the ghost hunt part of it. It
No.
just was aesthetically, they were like, can you get all your shit out of here?
Yeah, we need
Basically.
to make this house look way more creepy than it already is.
Exactly. But it's a shame that I don't know what happened there,
Mhm.
but I did enjoy, and again, a big part of it is because no one was doing any sort of sleepover. It
Mhm.
was you're there, you do a couple of hours of filming, and then you go home. Nice to see you again. What is that saying? It's like, I know you. I've seen your face before. Nice to see you again. Thank you. Who, me?
I'm a ghostly stalker.
Yeah, it's a bit creepy. Stay a while. It's nice to see you again. Um, and it's so funny that we're like
I know.
critiquing these places. We're like, listen to me. It's turning into
Listen,
Zach
I will
Bagans.
listen. I will contribute. I will
You were trying to talk.
all of it, literally. Like same with
Well,
paranormal movies. Like we already had this discussion. I like can't can't
mhm.
do the sensationalization. But anyways,
Well, and let's get on to the bullshit because it's very important. And we say this often when we are doing public events. If you think for 1 second ghost hunting is anything like they represent on those shows, you are crazy.
Mhm.
Because as we always say, I think there's been two places where it's been off the charts, batshit crazy from the
Mhm.
time we walked in. And that's been it. All the investigations I've been on, you've been on, it's not like that at all. Sometimes you're sitting around for hours
Mhm.
before anything happens. And when I say anything, I mean a fucking REM pod goes, "Breh," and that's it.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't realize too is that if that's true. Like the best times that you get any type of evidence or something happening is when you aren't solely focused on that piece of equipment or that ghost spot
Yeah,
or whatever, right? Like you're just sitting there and having a conversation, or you're just starting to take the equipment out and trying to figure stuff out, or you're sitting there, eating eating Twizzlers and friggin' sweet tart sticks,
exactly.
right? Like that is when the best evidence and the best like activity happens. And you know what? 99.9% of the time, guess what? You don't have anything running. There's no cameras running.
Ugh,
There's no audio running, right? Like there's nothing to document it.
Exactly.
right? So you miss it.
Yeah. And I always am interested. Let's say we're going to a place and the spirits are from the 1800s. I mean, obviously they have lived or existed up until present day. So they see technology change. But we walk in with all these crazy gadgets. We're like, just touch this thing. Imagine someone walked into your home and was like, touch this metal pole that's going to make crazy screeching noises and light up at you. You'd be like, fuck off. Like,
What?
so the fact that, these shows go in and they're like, touch the thing, and it does it. Press
Mhm.
this for no. Like, how? No. Now, I'm
Mhm.
not saying that energies aren't sometimes doing that, but when it's on command all the time on these shows,
Mhm.
no. And a lot of gadgets can be easily manipulated. For example, the dead bell, it has settings. If you
Mhm.
crank it all the way,
Yeah.
it will go off constantly. So it
Mhm.
looks like you're getting all this crazy action,
Yeah.
but it's just you fucking around with the thing.
Mhm. And I can also tell you too, REM pods, if you take a walkie-talkie and turn a REM pod on and put the REM pod down and stand like 10 or so feet back and aim that walkie-talkie at the REM pod and hit the button like you're going to talk, it'll set that REM pod off.
Oh,
So how many of these shows have producers and stuff standing on the side with their walkie-talkies, because we all know they have them, hitting buttons for it to go off? Just a
and
thing to think about.
it creates an anxiety.
Yeah.
And look how many times REM pods have started going mental,
Mhm.
and we've had to change the batteries or the music box. And now we know when the music box starts like certain clicking, we know the battery's draining. I've never watched a show where they're like, I shouldn't say that. That's not true. It's very rare I watch a show where they're like, oh, that device is going crazy. We should
Mhm.
change the battery. Usually it's like, Ghost is
Yeah.
communicating with us like it's rare that they go, wait, let's make sure it's not too close to the wall. Like the
Mhm.
triangle. If you put it too close to something, it will keep bouncing off of
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
Or like I said with REM pods, if the batteries start going, they start going sort of
Yeah, they start bleep, bleep, bleep.
exactly.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of those shows that start actively debunking stuff like that. They
Mhm.
immediately jump to get out of here. 1 minute you're telling me to stay longer, and now you're kicking me out of my own home. This ghost is unreal. Like it's very rare that I see them take that into consideration, which is kind of why
Mhm.
I like Ryan and Shane, because will go straight to the logical. He'll be like,
Mhm.
well, of course the door closed because it's on an angle. And when you walk by, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and that makes a good show to me. I know it's not super entertaining, of course. Everyone wants the door to close because a ghost did it. Everyone wants lights flashing and communication. But if we're talking legitimacy,
Yeah.
it's not. Hmm. Like,
No.
as I was saying before, Randy, that's a weird name.
Your uncle's named Randy. He's dead.
Um, um, as we were saying before, like those apps now. So I'm using the Spirit Talk app right now. This is one of our faves to use because we tend to get a more consistent, I guess, response. There's garbagey stuff that comes out that makes no sense. And then sometimes we get a connection. That was great. And so we're not saying that every single thing that comes out here is a ghost.
No, because we can any of the words that pop up, we can figure out something in our daily lives that mean something. So for example,
Exactly.
Randy popped up. I do have an uncle. His name was Randy. He passed away a couple of years ago. Could that be a connection? Huh, maybe. What else we have? Get out of
Yeah.
here. Cass feels like the dead people are trying to kick her out of her house, right? Like,
Exactly. And
Nope.
you see that. You see that on those shows often where something comes up and they go, "Oh, but remember when?" And they're grasping at straws. It's kind of like tarot cards.
mhm,
It's a very vague thing that you can manifest into anything or makeshift into anything. So it's the same thing. And like I said, there could be editing where they'll be like, "Oh, please be careful here." I'd be like, "Oh my God, please be careful here. Remember when I said whatever?" And that was like 4 hours ago. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So that's
Listen, if
another
it says witch
thing.
next, if it says witch, you just talk about tarot cards. If it says witch, I'm done.
Stay witch. But, and this has been something I know Ryan and I have talked about this before. Probably you and I have. Even though they claim Jasmine, oh, a whole new
Oh my God.
world. um, even though the disclaimer is it doesn't have a microphone, it can't
Mhm.
go through your phone to check stuff. I don't know for sure if it can or can't. I would think if it was listening to you, it would be a lot more accurate
Mhm.
because I know when we've gone to places and we've asked for stuff, like it's sometimes it's complete nonsense. And you're
Mhm.
like, "Huh?" So, but also, you know what? Fuck you, ghost. Get out of here then.
Did it say it's, what does it say? It's very, what?
It's very nasty here. Dare you? How dare you?
We need to dust.
Those are orbs.
Listen, dust is people. I don't know who I'm cleaning up out of my house, but fuck, man.
But there's lots of things that can be easily explained that are usually not. And that's why I love when people are like, "The touch, it's really hard for you to disprove that.
Mhm.
And that makes for like you'll notice when things aren't happening, suddenly someone gets a feeling or hears something or feels something that you can't really.
Mhm.
It's like it's really hard for you to debunk that.
Mhm.
And so then you just have to go, I really hope this person's legit, right? So in these shows, I don't know. I notice a lot when things aren't happening. Suddenly someone hears something. You can't hear it on all of their high
No,
powered tech.
it just doesn't pick it up.
No. And then, okay, let's talk about
What did I
EVPs.
say? I came from a what?
I came from a dark place. The basement? Turn a light on. No wonder you're like, it's nasty here. Turn the light. The lights in the basement is on. God, you're just blind. Um, the amount of times I watch ghost shows, they're like, this is class A EVP. Listen, and it's like,
I know,
they're like,
we go
oh
like,
my
what?
god, oh my god. And I'm like, I don't hear anything. And they're like, did you hear it? But it's so suggestive. Like when, let's say I'm like, can you tell me your name? And we know that the person who died is Sarah. And it's like, I'll be like, oh my God, they said Sarah. Everyone then thinks that in their
Yeah.
mind. And then you hear the
Well, that's,
name
yeah.
Sarah.
But that's the other thing too, is when they're like, oh my God, I heard Get Out. And then they play it again. And then they put the subtitle underneath.
Yeah.
And so you literally are reading it while they're saying, and you're like, oh yeah, I can hear
Mhm.
that too now. Meanwhile, your brain is just looking because humans have this weird innate, I don't know what's like, and it's not a desire, but it's just we're programmed to hear things and find, faces and things in pit, like all that kind of stuff, pareidolia and all that. So I
Mhm.
what?
I hate what I did. Ooh.
Turn the light on
Tell
in the
us more. You mean you hate when you dissed my house? Okay.
or when they said get out
Yeah.
and it
See
was
how
actually
easily
like
we just did that, people? And that's how it's done.
amazing. That's paranormal TV for you. Oh
It
my
really
God.
is.
But yeah. Well, I guess we'll end it there.
Yeah. I mean, we could keep going and going, but
I know we
we've
could
said
talk
the
for hours
basics.
about this stuff. Like, there's so many like pet peeves, but then there's so many things that you see on TV that you're like, oh darn, I should have thought of that. But
And we say all this stuff, but we watch it. Like,
we're
even
guilty.
if we're going, "Oh, duh," but we still watch it because it's exciting. I know when we haven't got anything lined up for a while, I watch the shows just so I can get excited about it, which
And then you find
is
places you want to go to, and you're like, we gotta email these places. We gotta ask. We gotta ask. I
yes,
do it
exactly.
all the time.
But it also then frustrates me because I'm like, oh, I just want to go hunting and we can't because
I
we
know.
have,
Why can't
yeah.
this country or this province have things like they have in the States?
Burn. Concentrate on that. Make it happen.
Manifest it.
Yes.
So, but yeah, so do you guys have like a favorite show or one that you really just can't stand? And just don't say Ghost Adventures because we all know that's literally the top of everybody's list. So let's try something different on this one. Let's not mention Ghost Adventures at all. But like, tell us which one is your favorite and which one you just don't like. And let us know why. We're so interested in this because, you know, everybody likes different things. Like, do you like, you know, the history aspect? Do you like the dramatic screaming? Do you like watching them just set up their equipment? Like, what do you like to see when you like watch these shows? It could be TV, it could be from YouTube. You know, tell us which ones, and which ones you support and why you support them. Because it's great to know. And if
Absolutely.
even if you watch our crap, let us
I
know.
love it.
It's fun. Anyways, so you can send us all your, you know, ideas and your thoughts and your suggestions and all that to paranormalpodcast@gmail.com. So PAREHNORMAL podcast@gmail.com. Or you can, you know, find us on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok and send it there.
Yeah.
That's it. We only have a few more episodes left to record before it's Christmas vacation.
Last time. I have seen so many funny things where people are like, what is it? And they open a box and it's like, oh, I don't want to know. No, not yet. Oh my God. Because she's coming. She's
But
coming.
fun fact before we shut this down is that the Spotted Ghosts who make Spirit Talker have a new app. And it is, and I'm going to get this wrong, and I always do, so I'm going to look at my phone because I had to buy it and download it. And it's called Aldous, ALDOUS, and it runs off of YouTube videos. And your lovely ladies here are part of the YouTube videos that it runs through, the YouTube channels, which is actually pretty cool. So we are part of a spirit app.
I love it.
It's
It
pretty
was
cool.
the
So
most
download it,
exciting
everybody.
thing when you first downloaded it, and then you were like, oh, gosh, your face, and I'm like, what? Because I had no idea what it even was. And
like,
then you're
oh
like,
my God.
your face was on the screen. It was your face, and I'm like, what's happening? Am I dead?
And you know what it's really funny? I showed Jay it when like the day after or something. I was like, look at this. This is a new app. It goes to, and your face popped up again. And Jay's like, was that Kaz? I was like, yeah, it was.
What was I even saying?
I don't even remember.
Probably something profound,
like,
no doubt.
It's like a ghost box. So it like picks up like words and stuff. And one of them was like, oh shit.
So, that was me.
But yeah, so
no doubt.
So shout out to Spotted Ghost for giving another very interesting app. And yeah, it's fun. So next week is all about not weird haunted places because we already did that, but places that look haunted but aren't.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Shit. Pretty much all of the really cool houses in Port Perry, I think. I drive past them sometimes when I drop the kids off at school, and I'm like, ooh, I like that one. Ooh, I like that one. Now, they might be haunted. I don't know.
You never know.
Probably not.
But probably not. But that's next
I
week's
just go
episode.
knock on the door and be like,
it's like trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
Ghosts?
Please let me in your house. Got a REM pod.
Yeah. little K2 in one hand and ghost box in the other. Anyway,
Oh,
have a great week, everyone. Enjoy the middle of November because holy crap, where's time going?
I know. And enjoy the snow if it's still around.
Yeah, it's still around. I'm not happy.
What else?
Fuck it. Anyways, have a great night, everyone. And yeah, stay weird.